We are back with Mike here on Our Voices, Our Stories. And before we left, we were talking a little bit about what it's like, at this point, you're 50.
50.
You spent 28 years being gay, but not acting upon
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I guess that is the best
Oh,
way
yeah,
to
I was still
describe
gay.
it.
I was just, you know, talk about getting caught almost hundreds of times, but over the years, I'll tell you a story about one time there was this girl that said something, and I said, and he is such a good looking guy, right? And I blurted it out like that. I was like, oh yeah, he's a hot looking guy. Not even thinking about what I was saying. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to like think of something quick, and they're like looking at me. Like, I'm like,
You're living in two different
I
worlds.
was
I'm going
literally living in two different worlds for years. I lived in two different worlds, and then for years, I love a duvet comforter. Love a duvet comforter. So I have a friend of mine. They're like, "Well, how do you know what a duvet comforter is?" I'm like, and then like they would ask, and I would have to come up, and then I'd have to come up with another story to tell another story to how did I end up learning about this, and it was just a lie,
yeah,
because I couldn't talk about Frank, or I never could talk about him,
yeah.
because or I'd use it as a friend, or, I was, but being 50 in Hendersonville, owning gay and owning a tree company, interesting. So I thought I was going to lose my whole crew. I'll never forget it. I was with some friends of mine, and I was at Lamone's, yeah, Lamone's,
Mm-hmm.
and I was eating there with some friends, and they're like, "It's time you put up or shut up. You got to do it." And I'm like, "I'm gonna do it this week. I'm gonna do it come Monday morning." And I did it.
And what was it?
I come out. I told my guys I was
Uh-huh.
gay. See, I was already out for 2 years, but I wasn't out openly.
Gotcha.
Like the person I was with, I come out to her, and we were trying to live this life where I would have taken care of her, and then, uh, we were just gonna live this like double life.
Right.
But she allowed me to play in the cookie jar,
Okay.
and the problem is that's the problem. She allowed me to play in the cookie jar, and once you have one cookie, you just want to have another one, and another one, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stop not wanting to play in the cookie jar. And so I took a huge chance, um, coming out of the closet like I did. I did lose a couple friends, but the way I look at it today when I'm 50 is they weren't my friends. Uh, I live by myself, and how is it? The walls creep in on you
Oh
sometimes,
yeah. Oh yeah.
okay? Um, Somebody in December was telling me the reason why I was losing work left and right is because I was gay, and it was because of my sexual orientation, the choices I made. So in December, uh, they were telling me this, and it would wrap around my head, and I would think about that, and I would continue to think about that, and I had some really dark thoughts in December, extremely dark thoughts, and I managed to not do those dark thoughts,
Right.
and uh, yeah, and so I started calling some other friends that are tree guys, right? And I was like, "Hey man, you busy? Hey man, you busy? Hey man, you busy? No man, we got nothing. I got 1 day. I got 2 days. I got 3 days. Oh really? Because I come out in the summertime when I had plenty of work, and we were just coming out of Helene. So when I come out of the closet, I still had like 11 months worth of work on the
Right.
books. So even if I didn't get another job, I still had at least 11 months of work to do until people started figuring this out. You know what I mean? That's the way I looked at it. So I started doing all this tree work, and then calls just started getting slower and slower and slower and slower until they weren't even trickling in December. And then the calls that I did get were just from repeat customers, or another client that I've done something for, or it was literally to nothing.
So do you think Hendersonville is changing? I mean, because I know Hendersonville has Pride
Yeah,
this
Hendersonville
weekend.
this weekend is a big thing. June 6th is going to be Pride down there at the park.
Yeah.
I think it's their third time or fourth time doing it or
I
something
think
like
it's the
that.
fourth year that
Yeah.
they've had it.
So that's a huge thing. I really would like to see more change in Hendersonville. I think times. I think people need to get their head out of their ass. In the best way to say it. And these stereotypes, you know what I mean? You can do this job. You know what I mean? Like, just
There's a lot of
because
stereotypes in society, period, which is really
it
unfortunate,
is unfortunate, I can do this job. Just it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, I have a friend of mine who, well, I'm gonna call him a friend. I'd call him an acquaintance. He's been a lifelong resident of Hendersonville, and he knows I'm gay. And he's like, Mike, it's 2026, man. He's like, he said, if you were talking to me in 1972, I'd tell you to move somewhere else. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
said, I'd tell you to move out of the state because it's not going to end well for you. That's what he told. I mean, so, but he said, it's 2026. He's like, I don't agree with it, Mike. He said, and I don't really understand it.
How do you think you overcome that? I mean, how do you settle into building your business?
To let people know that I can do this job, whether I'm gay or straight or trans, or because I have a trans sister too.
Okay.
And you know, uh, what I never told you is my trans sister had a tree business in South Carolina,
How early?
and it went to zero, quick. Like she had work, and then she had no work.
Right.
And I even tried to send her some jobs down there that I just didn't have time to send her. But then once people figured out what was happening, they would just cancel the job.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
No, it's not
It's a
fair.
society that
But with
you
that
know,
society we live in, unfortunately,
but
that
in the 17th century, okay, maybe that's how people should have acted. But you know what? If people would really get their head out of their ass and really look at society and the way culture was, men have been sleeping with men forever.
yeah.
And so has women been sleeping with women forever. Rome, all that countries, European, man, it's been going on for years. It's just what now people are, the uh, the current administration is making life difficult for people, and the current people they shouldn't be doing that.
I won't argue with you one bit on that. That's for sure.
Okay,
So how are you going to what's the plan for the next 5, 10 years for
I'm gonna build.
I'm gonna say the new
I'm gonna
Mike?
build all. I want to build All American Tree Service to be. I want people to know that I'm here. I want people to know that. You know, um, I'm. I am. Well, one, I want the gay community to know that there's a tree service that is your friend. For one, okay, and you can call me and I'll give you an estimate and whatever you want. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
always want I want you to feel safe with me. There's no judgment with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have no stranger at all. So which is a good thing. So, but I want to build it, and I just I want to build a company that I can sell off to somebody, and they'd be like, "This is the company that I wanted to buy." Because
Yep.
you know, I have these weird, crazy rules. Like, if it rains for too long on a property, I won't even go there until I know it dries for 2 or 3 days or 4 days, just because when when I'm done the job, that job better look better than the White House lawn, no
Well,
matter what your political.
you
If
know your business, and
I
so
know
you
my
know how to
business,
run it and
yeah.
everything.
You know what I mean? Like people, like homeowners, I'll be like, "Hey man, it's the tree man. It's Mike the tree man.
Mike the Tree
Mike
Man
the
with the
tree man."
American Tree,
You know what I mean?
and he happens to be gay.
And it happens to be gay. I'll call homeowners and I'll be like, "Hey, who's it? It's Mike the tree man." I don't say it's Mike Duffy the tree man. It's Mike the tree man, and I've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? And I don't try to pretend to. You don't want me being your plumber. You don't want me being your framer. You definitely don't want me being your your roofer, although I've done that before. You want me to be your tree man because this is what I know.
Well, this is hopefully going to get the word out there
Yeah.
to some people that say, because I know as a gay man myself, I like to support our community
Oh yeah.
and hire those people that are working. But, a lot of times you are in a society that's against that, you
You are
know.
in a society that's against that or won't hire you because of that. And, they won't hire you because, well, they don't like it. Well, man, I'm not sleeping with you.
Right, exactly. That's not the point of the.
That's not the point. I can do this job. Like I'm the same person I was. You hired me. You hired Straight Mike, but you won't hire.
So, are you going to be at Hendersonville Pride being Mike the Tree Man,
I will. I'm going to be at Hendersonville. I
giving
will.
out some cards,
I will
passing
be
them
at
around?
Hendersonville Pride. I will be there, and I will be passing out cards. I somebody asked me, or you know what I mean. I'm going to wear one of my shirts just
Yeah.
because hell, why not? You know what I mean?
Well, it's the perfect place, I think Pride festivals, and this is the month of June, so it's a great month.
It is a great month,
And
and
I think those opportunities are great to get your name out there and to let
oh
people
yeah,
see who you are as an honest man and not necessarily a gay man.
yeah. See, like that's the whole thing. I'm not trying to make the thing about being gay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make it like that. I just want people to know that I'm still the same honest guy that always did your work before, and everybody hired me and trusted me then. Well, you can trust me the same now.
Right.
I'm the same person.
So do you come down here to Asheville much?
I do. I love Asheville. Actually, I have this. I have this like. So I keep joking with my friend that I'm gonna buy a place up in Asheville, and she's like, "Well, why do you want to do that?" And I'm like, "Because there's just so much more going. Although Hendersonville's trying, there's just a lot more going on up here, and during Monday through Friday, and evenings, there's like I don't know. There's just not as much going happening in Hendersonville as there is in Asheville. Like there's something going on every day in Asheville.
We are a busy city, and we
We
do
are,
keep
yeah.
busy. And we've seen that over the years increase in our gay
Yes, it has.
community a great deal, which is nice because it brings out more fellowship, and people get to know each other, and people get to bond more.
And that's what I like. Like I come to Asheville because I don't know. I told you about this on Sunday. I think, that there's just not a lot going on in Hendersonville. Like tonight, at the beer garden.
Right.
There's a thing there till 8 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't be at two places at once. But I'll be somewhere on Saturday, so I'll be there from 12 to 6. But I would love to see that eventually get bigger. You know what I mean? Too bad it couldn't be from 10 to 6 or a 2-day event or something. You know what I mean? Make it that.
Well, maybe you need to jump in there and help them get that.
They
You
need.
know,
They're doing a good job.
they are doing a
They're
great
doing a
job.
great
But
job.
I will tell you from being in a nonprofit world, you need more people like you who are willing to step up and help
Oh yeah,
and voicing who they are and why they're there.
absolutely. And if I'm all about standing up for something I believe in, okay, and if I believe in something 100%, I will fight until I'm. My father used to say the saying, "Blue in the face." I will fight until I'm blue in the face over it, especially if I believe in something. But if I don't believe in it, or if I think that something's wrong, I just walk away.
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I, I, I can't do that. But I think Hendersonville is changing. I think more people are moving in from like California, which is a good thing, as long as they don't try to change.
That's the challenge.
Okay, The- you know, somebody told me I was a damn Yankee when I first moved down here. He said, "But you're a good damn Yankee," and I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "The problem." He said, "We don't have no problem with everybody moving from here around here." He said, "But we like things the way they are. So why do you want to make it the way they are? You moved out of New York because of high taxes. So why do you want to move down to North Carolina to make high taxes?" But
Well, you moved here because you liked it,
yeah,
but then you want to change
do
it.
you want to change it? Or the
Yeah.
people from California move here because they got tired of it. So they move here, but now they want to make it like it is there. Well, listen, go back home.
Right.
Go back to your home. We like it here.
I think there's a lot that's going to happen in Hendersonville, which I love.
I do think there's a lot happening
And
in
you know,
Hendersonville.
Asheville wasn't always, well, I guess Asheville's always been kind of liberal, but you know, we are kind of a blue city here and surrounded
You
by
are,
red.
yes, and you know what? Even like a Mills River is a red is
Yeah.
red. You know, yeah, we are. You're a blue city surrounded by literally. I was talking to another friend, and he's like, "Hey, you live in Hendersonville, a Republican city." And it is it, but it needs to change. It needs more diversity. It needs that. It needs progression,
Hmm.
and and they're starting to. But it's like Saluda. Saluda doesn't want to change. They don't want nobody to come. They want to keep it that small town. Well, that's how small towns die.
That is one of the possibilities, yes.
A town eventually will get so small, either it will get so big that it has no choice but to develop on its own, or the town will just fold up on its own,
Right.
and then the bigger city will come in and take it over. You have to have progression with change.
Well, and that's why we're here to share these
And to share,
stories.
in like I was talking to my sister on Monday, and I was like, "Are you gonna go to Gay Pride?" She's like, I don't know, because she has a Twitch thing, and she has a studio and stuff. And I said, you should have gone to Gay Pride, and you should have done a live stream video thing
Uh,
for your Twitch channel.
right.
And she's like, well, that's just a lot of work. Well, you should, because you are part of the equation here. You're in the trans community, which is part of the gay community, which, you know, your rights are being more trampled on than our rights are right now, which they're all being pretty trampled on. Look what Tennessee just did, which is totally not.
when when you look back, do you think he would have stayed in the closet?
You know, somebody just asked me that question actually 24 hours ago, and I answered the question, no, I would not stay in the closet. I mean, I would come out just like I did, and I just wish I should have done it, 10 years ago.
What do you think kept you from that? Was it the male image of the business?
It was the male image. It was self confidence.
Hmm.
Self confidence is a big thing for me. I'm super uh, even like I've had to do talk in front of people.
All right.
When I talk in front of people, I always usually try to wear glasses that are super dark
Okay.
or change.
Okay.
Right?
Because
If there was a crowd in front of here, I would have a hard time. I would have dark glasses on talking to you.
well, it's definitely something I think as gay men that we struggle with too.
Right. And I
You
do. I
know.
have that whole self, like, do I have a booger on my nose, or like that? Like, if people are looking at you, I have like, oh, is my shirt not tucked in wrong,
Right.
or I just have this whole like self complex, or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I have like this super awareness that I like everything to be right in place,
I
and if
think
it's
that's
not,
part of the gay story, honestly, is that people, we protect ourselves so
yeah,
much,
and I have
and we
a
need to. And it's hard to open up and
yes.
go move
So I've
beyond
done
that.
I've done some safety things, and I've worked in crews where I've had to do these big safety talks, and I've had 100 people looking at me. That's hard. That's hard for me. I struggle with that to this day. Standing up on a stage and talking to somebody,
Right.
I struggle with that to this day. And someday I want to be able to overcome that. You know what I mean? But usually I'll wear glasses that are tinted a little. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because they can't see my eyes, and like it's a yeah.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to see you Saturday at
Okay,
Hendersonville Pride.
you'll be there.
I'm going to ask you for a business card
Okay,
because I want you to have business cards at Hendersonville Pride and to
I
share
will
with the
have a business
community
card.
because I think it's a perfect
Are you
opportunity.
guys gonna do a thing, a streaming there, or
No,
no?
Nope, not there. We'll be doing it at our other Pride at the end of June here in
Phil,
Asheville.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to do some interviews, but yeah, I'm coming as an observer. Sometimes I like just to come and be a
I was
part
going to
of the
actually
gay
ask you
community.
that today. I said, "Are you going to Hendersonville Pride?" Because I feel like, the people from Hendersonville, the gay community from Hendersonville, needs to go to Asheville when they do their Pride because that will be in
Yeah,
September, right? Again, right?
and they do. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people in
You
Hendersonville
know,
that come down here for different functions that we
yeah.
have.
So, um, I, I think that if I come to the Henderson, you know what I mean, we need to
Yeah,
go to the Asheville one.
yeah. I think everybody, we all need to support each other at the end of the day.
Absolutely, because
That's what it's all
that's what
about.
makes the world go around.
You're
You
right.
know, and there's so much hate in this world, and that's
Too
what
much.
bothers me.
Too
The
much.
violence. You can look at your phone, and I don't know how many of you here have apps or Channel 13, Channel 7, or whatever, or Google, and there's nothing good happens on the news. There's nothing, and these news medias are always about you know rapists and uh, this or now they're like, oh, this is a magna guy, and he did this and this, and he's not part of the trans
Right.
community, and he's not gay. Like, they're actually like literally putting that out there on these like mugshots, and they're telling people, oh, he's a MAGA guy. Well, I don't really care in reality. You know what I mean? But that's what it's coming down to in this society.
Well, your story coming out again,
Like, it was
making your life better for yourself is what it's all about, and people will hear that and know that, maybe I can do that same thing. Maybe I can turn my life back around
right.
and be authentic.
Just be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if anything of this, I hope another tree brother hears me and been like, I'm not scared to do this no more, because I can
Cool.
promise you, they're out there, and
That's perfect.
and
Let's end on that note then, because it's a high note. They're out there.
they're out there.
We're
I
out
know I
there.
have tree brothers out there that are exactly the same as I am, and the problem is they're just they're too closeted. They have to let that out,
Well,
and if this helps them, listen, call me,
that's what it's all.
message me. I'm out there, man.
Mike Duffy, he's out there.
Yeah,
You can find him in Hendersonville, the American Tree Guy.
yep, I'm
I'll
there.
see you Saturday at Hendersonville
I look
Pride.
forward to seeing you on
Thanks
Saturday.
for being here.
Absolutely.
This has been another episode of Our Voices, Our Stories. Like I say, you can catch us on YouTube, and please remember to subscribe, like, share it with people. We want the word to get out. Thank you for being here, Mike. Thank you to the crew here. I don't often get to say that to Flat Shadow Productions. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you, guys.